Hello and welcome to a new episode of Collector's Gonna Collect. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about my vintage composition doll collection. So I wanted to name this video with like the year the vintage dolls came out, like I did with my last one where I did like 40s and 50s, but the range of years is a lot. So I couldn't do that. So this is just dolls that I had on a different shelf than my last video. And they all come from different eras. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm sitting on the ground and I don't know, I hope I'm focusing good. Okay, so let's start with this doll over here. I'll bring her forward. So this is actually, she's not focusing very well. It's like focusing on the back here. Okay, so this is actually an Avon doll. Let me explain. Okay, so it's from American Heirloom. It actually says American Heirloom on the bottom. So Avon, like, I have a vague understanding of what Avon is. You know, Avon lady. The lady comes to your house and like sells you products. I didn't even think it was still a thing, but apparently it is still a thing. But they also, and I know that they used to sell like, or maybe they still do, like for like perfume bottles and cologne bottles, they sold them in like shapes, like interesting shapes. And I have one, probably should have brought that for this video, but anyway, I have one that's like shaped like a dog, and also it's shaped like Sherlock Holmes. Like it has a he's supposed to be Sherlock Holmes. He's shaped like a pipe, and he's smoking a pipe, and he's wearing like a Sherlock Holmes hat, but it's also a cologne bottle. There's a lot going on. Anyway, I thought that's what this was. I tried to twist this head off, which looks like a cute little China doll, but the head does not twist off. And so I was like, I don't really understand what this has to do with Avon. Like, did they sell these? And so, like, it seems like, as I understand it, it's, what did I have written down? It's a sachet doll. So I think you're supposed to put it in your drawer because in here, this used to smell like lavender. The smell is sort of faint. I can still smell it. And this one seems to be from 1981. But also people have been saying that this part can be used as a pincushion. So I don't really get it. Would someone tell me in the comments why this is happening and if Avon was selling toys at one point, or maybe this is because it's for sewing. What's cool is that I just thought this was a pattern, but these are actually her hands. Like her hands are on her hips, which is kind of cute. Like it's like little hands on her hips. And then I think there used to be a ribbon around the middle, but when I got it, I didn't get this. This was part of my Ottawa haul. There we go. I think I may have already shown this in the video where I talked about the Ottawa doll sale that I went to, or doll fair. Anyway, so she's cool. She's from 1981. She's from Avon. I'm very excited to have her because she looks vintagey, and there you go. So now let's talk about this beauty here. So she is from Erin B. She is apparently a Nancy doll from the 1940s. However, Erin B had a lot of dolls called Nancy. So I don't know what that really tells you. Personally, I find, although her hair is kind of reddish, she is very much looks like a Shirley Temple lookalike doll. Like her hair does have curls. She has the nice round face, belly. Her dress that she came with was actually shorter than this one. And so it just really seems, she gives me, and her face, it just gives me a Shirley Temple kind of feel, although, you know, I don't know what color Shirley Temple dolls' eyes have, but I think they're blue. So, you know, this isn't right. I had to redo her eyes at one point, and you might be able to see, like they were, you know what happens to dolls' eyes, they get cloudy or whatever. And this one was actually repaired, but I had to draw on the pupils. And so it's medium okay, but it's okay for my purposes. She also has teeth, which is cool, and is also very Shirley Temple. The Shirley Temple dolls always show teeth. Someone I know redid her hair, and I don't love it. I put it in these little pigtails, which is not really appropriate for whatever this era is supposed to be, but I don't really mind. I like her. She's actually in very good shape. Like look, there's no cracking or anything on her legs, and you know her shoes are okay. This isn't the dress that she came with. She's cute, and like I was thinking of getting rid of her, but then I changed my mind because she's so cute. And I feel like sometimes part of the reason why I want to get rid of certain dolls is just because I don't have the right shelf for them. But then I found a shelf, so she lives on the shelf with these other guys. And so she's the tallest one I'm seeing you today. I think she's about 14 inches. And yeah, so that's all I know about her. I got her in a lot. I got a lot of my dolls that you saw in the last video in a lot as well. So not the last video, but the last vintage doll video that I showed. Okay, so then this lady here is actually wearing a Shirley Temple doll dress. This is not the dress that I bought her in. I actually didn't buy her in a dress. She only had this bonnet. I went to a toy antiques and collectibles show in La Chute, Quebec, over the weekend. And this doll, there were almost no dolls there. So she is actually not the best shape, but she was the only doll I could find. And she was really cheap, like 20 bucks or something. And her legs are pretty good. She had no clothes. So I found all these clothes kind of in a bin that I have. The one Shirley Temple doll I had, it didn't work out, but I liked the dress. So I kept the dress, and it doesn't quite fit. It's actually open at the back. But anyway, so she has this bonnet on because her hair is in pretty bad shape, but the parts that were good, I decided to show. But yeah, she's pretty dirty. Like if you compare to some of these other dolls, you can see that she's kind of grimy. And I think I'm going to maybe try and like fix this chip in her lip. I mean, look, I don't know anything about her because I didn't buy her online, so I don't have like the eBay description to tell me. My guess is that she's from the 1930s and she's composition, and that's really all I know. I mean, like, I started looking for dolls with a similar face, but this thing with the eyelashes being underneath like that was very common for that era, and so after a while, if you start looking at doll faces, they all start to look the same. So it was really hard for me to figure out. But if anyone has any clues, oh, she's got little red knees. It's cute. Then let me know. Her hands are in pretty bad shape. Like, look at that. Like see, like that. I think she has a finger. She's got a finger missing there. Well, let's not even show the other hand. Anyways, but I just wanted to give her a home, and I have no ability to fix this doll. I can only dress her and maybe fix her hair. So she may just be like this forever. And what can you do? Okay, so let's talk about these little guys here. So this was one of the reasons why I didn't put an era on this video, because these guys are Ginny dolls from the 1950s. They're from Vogue Ginny dolls. And I don't even know if these are both from the 50s, because this one, as you can see, like, they're plastic, and this plastic looks very different from this plastic. And the eyes are different. Like, this one definitely looks older. So these are just like 8 inches tall, I think, or maybe even smaller than that, 5 inches? I don't know. But they're tiny. If anyone knows Ginny dolls, they would know that. This one is a Dutch one, the Dutch doll. And she cut, look, little Dutch girl, Vogue dolls from Massachusetts. Ginny dolls from faraway lands. She was so cute, and my mother's Dutch, so I'm half Dutch, and I liked her little outfit. She's got these little shoes. No, she has socks on. And her hair is in braids, and at the back, nothing much to see, but she's in very good shape, so I really liked her, but she might be newer than the 50s. Like, I mean, this is a little yellowed, but this could be 70s or 80s. I don't even know when they started or stopped making Ginny dolls. And then this one is funny, so I'm going to try and do it with my one hand, but she's a walking doll. So when you move her legs, her head, do you see? Her head moves back and forth. I'm not doing that really well, but it's hard to see. Yeah, and she blinks a lot too. Anyway, her hair was a bit of a mess, so I put it in these little buns. And I really liked her dress. And she's got little blue shoes and socks too. Oh, she's got little, it's really cute, but the dress really sticks out like really far. Like, it kind of looks a little ridiculous, but I can't really get it to sit down. Anyways, there was a lady here in Montreal who was selling these for like 20 bucks each, so I just grabbed them, and I can see getting sucked into collecting them because look at this face. She has such intense little eyes. I really like it. Anyway, these ones are kind of in the way, so I'm gonna put them aside as we go along. Yeah, so those are Ginny dolls. Then I've got Patsy Lou. Okay, so this is an F&B doll. And her name is Patsy Lou, and she's from the 1930s, I think. This is not Patsy Ann. So I did not understand until, you can see her hands are really bad, but until I started looking this up for this video, I did not understand that there were multiple Patsies. I thought it was just Patsy, and it's a doll that is a girl doll, but with no hair or very, very short hair. And she has, you know, these big cheeks, and often the dress is very, very short in like a Shirley Temple style, like this one is so short, like it barely covers her butt. And she's got long, skinny legs. And look at these socks and these shoes. They're really nice. They came with her. Anyway, I got her off eBay. And then I was looking, and I actually saw, if you look up Patsy F&B, you'll see on eBay that they sell books. There are these books that are like the whole Patsy family. So this is Patsy Lou, and Patsy Ann has blue eyes, but looks almost exactly the same, but with blue eyes. And these eyes are painted on, but there are ones with, I'm not sure if there are any Patsy Lou ones with glass eyes, but there are definitely Patsy Ann ones with glass eyes. So let me see, I'm gonna pick her up so you can see the back of her head. It's in very good shape, but her head is. Her hands are not in good shape, but her legs are. And she's got her little undies and her little, oh, this is part of the dress. And yeah, the dress is really cute. I really like the dress, although like, okay, let's cover a little. Yeah, it's very, very short. That was the thing, I guess, for babies back then. And I guess she's supposed to represent like a toddler. Anyways, I so totally wanted one, and I got her. And then next to her, we've got Skippy. So this one, again, one of the reasons why I didn't put a year. So you'll see, he's very bad at standing up. This is a reproduction. So Skippy, this one is from 1996, so it's not even vintage, but it's a reproduction of a vintage doll. He's standing in a weird way. Like, can you? There. Okay, so it's a repro doll. He's got his little hat. He's got his little, I'm not gonna be able to see this on camera. He's got a little heart necklace thing, and it says like F&B. I don't know what it says. This is Skippy's a little button, and he's in this little cute little outfit, except he kind of always makes it seem like he's sticking his butt out. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall. Like, okay. And then his hair looks like that. He's so cute, but I mean, it's very obvious that it's a reproduction. Like, this does not look like an old doll. Oh, F&B Skippy. Percy Crosby. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So, but the actual Skippy dolls are very difficult to find on eBay for any kind of price, unless they're in very, very, very bad shape, for any kind of a good price. So I was actually not happy with that. Like there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like seriously. And then a lot of the outfits aren't great. Like there's some military outfits, which I didn't like. And then there was an aviator one, which is kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, so he is part of this Patsy family, and I think he's her friend. He's Patsy's friend. Yeah. Anyway, so he's from 1996, and I love the cheeks. Like at his big cheeks and his little pursed lips. He's really cute. Okay, so then we've got this doll that I know very, very little about. I got her in Amsterdam when I went in 2005 at like a street fair. And so, I mean, she does look older, a very red face. She's so Dutch, which is the reason why I got her. She's got the hat with the, you know, the thing on the top. She looks like a little milkmaid. She's got this cute dress with this embroidery at the front and a necklace, and she's wearing Dutch wooden shoes. I mean, come on. She tends to fall over a lot, but I love her so much. Know absolutely nothing about, and her hair is very blonde. My mom had hair like this when she was a baby. But yeah, I don't know much about her or what year she came from. I actually found the exact doll a couple of times on eBay. Oh, she's wearing oh, what is this? I don't think I've ever looked or undressed this doll, or what? That does not go at all. Like, what is this color? Okay, well, that's going to be investigated soon. Is it just is it attached to the dress? I don't know. And she's wearing a dress under the dress that looks like it's from the 70s. What is happening right now? I don't know. But anyways, and she's wearing like thigh-high black nylons, which is funny. Anyway, okay, so then we move on to this last doll. So this is a Horseman. I believe that this doll is from Horseman, although that is only based on eBay and not on anything that's marked on the doll's body. Composition, maybe from the 1930s, and she's composition and cloth. So in the middle, there is a talking box thing that was removed, but in the middle, she's material, like she's stuffed here. But her arms from here down and legs from here down are composition. I actually am not sure if this is supposed to be a boy or a girl, but right now I've decided it's a girl because I had this great dress, which came with something else. This might even be something that came with a bunch of Cabbage Patch Kid doll stuff that I got. The head is actually very crumbly under here, but you can see the hair. I really loved the face of this doll, and this is one of the first vintage dolls I got. I picked her up in New Orleans, and it started off on a trip, and it started off my obsession. And this is her lips, which were not painted on very well at all. But I like that she had brown eyes, because you don't often see dolls with brown eyes. Although this one, and this one do all have brown eyes. But otherwise you see a lot of blonde and blue-eyed. So yeah, and she is gigantic. I mean, when she stands up, she's like 24, and well, she can't stand. And very weirdly proportioned, like very wide around the chest. Like the stuffed part is very wide. They don't make dolls in these proportions anymore. Like it's a very round area here, and then she's got these like little arms sticking out. But she's so sweet, but she's difficult to display. She tends to slide down, or she's very tall from here to here. But if you put her next to dolls that look like this, she kind of looks weird because her head looks gigantic next to them. Anyways, I've kind of figured out how to like sort of lean her in a corner of a shelf. But yeah. So yeah, so now that I've kind of half knocked all of them over, here they all are again. And there's Skippy's hat. I'll put that with him. Yeah, so these were just my extra vintage dolls that I wanted to tell you guys about. And I hope you enjoyed them. And maybe the next time you see them, I will have fixed up some of their problems, especially this one. But thank you so much for watching. If you like any of them, please let me know. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and peace out.